Well, the humidity continues here in the Tennessee Valley.
Yeah, let's check back with Cedric Haynes in the Storm Alert Center. That's one thing that doesn't seem to let up, Cedric.
Yeah, you know, it's the dog days of summer. We're on day 4 of that now officially, but there may be some relief in sight in the not so distant future. We'll talk more about that in just a moment. Outside right now, we have a mix of sun and clouds showing up across the area. Temperatures 89 degrees currently in downtown Chattanooga, but it feels like it's 93 degrees. So we've got a heat index and a little bit of a light breeze out there as well. We're also keeping an eye on the radar. There are a couple of isolated showers and downpours showing up out there. Notice we had some activity kind of moving from south to north today. So that's the direction of where the wind is coming from. So that tells us this moisture is coming in from the Gulf of Mexico and off of the Atlantic Ocean off the southeast coast. So here we go. We got some downpours near the Spencer area as this moves north and east of Van Buren County, and a couple of more down towards portions of Grundy County as well. As we go down to the south, we're watching a little cluster of heavy rainfall moving from Tryon north, now about to make its way into the Lafayette area. We'll watch this because this could potentially approach portions of the Tennessee Valley as we get towards your Chattanooga area here as we go into the next hour or two if this holds together. Also another decent little shower showing up just to the south of South Pittsburgh as well as it continues to move on off towards the north. As we go throughout your evening though, don't expect a ton of rainfall. The chances of rain in any given location are about 20, maybe up to a 30% chance, but really isolated is going to be the key word, and this will not last very long. So even if you do see a downpour, it'll last about 10-15 minutes, and then it will continue to move on off towards the north. But it will stay very warm and muggy out there throughout the evening. So as we look at the surface map, we've got a big dome of high pressure sitting off the southeast coast, giving us that southerly flow. That's a return flow, again, as I mentioned, out of the Gulf of Mexico. So you remember those showers were moving from south to north across the area, very similar to the pattern in the upper levels of the atmosphere. We're also watching a cold front that's stalled out to our north and west. This front is also producing more flooding rains across portions of Kentucky and into West Virginia today. This front will continue to drift to the south and east and affect our rain chances heading into the weekend. But first, let's talk about tonight, because we're going to be seeing our overnight lows dropping down into the lower 70s across the valley, upper 60s in the higher elevations. It's going to stay on the warm and muggy side. And then as we go into your Friday, TGIF to everyone out there, we're looking at these temperatures right around 90 degrees for a high. But again, we'll have that 20 to 30% chance of some of those afternoon pop-up showers and storms. We'll be right around 90 in the valley. We'll be in the upper 80s in the outlying areas across the north and northeast. But overall, temperatures about 90 degrees or so for your high. Let's talk about your latest futurecast here, because it is showing us again the isolated storm chances we have today. Those will fade out as we go into tonight. And then as we go into your Friday, we'll return with those isolated storm chances. Better chances for more widespread scattered showers and storms off to our north on Friday. But as we go into the weekend, you'll notice that whole pattern begins to shift back down to the south and east. So we'll see more in the way of coverage of scattered showers and storms across the area Saturday, and that pattern will also continue into your Sunday. So it's not going to be a washout any weekend day, but a better chance of those scattered showers and storms showing up in your neighborhood. Let's talk about that weekend in particular. For your Saturday, hot and humid conditions, highs around 89 for a high. And again, we'll have that 50% chance of those scattered showers and storms. Same thing for your Sunday, scattered showers and storms. So not a washout, but yes, have the rain gear nearby. If you have any outdoor plans, have a plan B to move it inside if you have to, any of those storms kind of visit your neighborhood. As we talk about the rainfall totals, notice for the next couple of days, not a ton of rain, but then we start to see the greens showing up as we get into the weekend and heading into next week. That's an indication of heavier rainfall totals. So while it will not be heavy rain everywhere, there could be some isolated spots that get some maybe some low-lying flooding beginning to develop, some street flooding. So we'll keep an eye on that. Here's the good news though. Very humid conditions stick around as we go throughout the weekend. Even into next week, we're going to be looking at the very humid conditions. But what is this? A stronger cold front showing up to the north and west of us. That will drift into the area as we get towards the second half of next week, ushering in drier, less humid air and slightly cooler air as we get towards the end of next week. So fingers crossed, we may see our first somewhat impactful front finally moving back into the area. Here's your Storm Alert 7-day forecast. 91 for us today, Friday, for a chance of those pop-up showers and storms. Better chances of showers and storms for the weekend. Again, scattered, but still, I do think there will be a better coverage of those storms. And then we'll watch that stronger front potentially by the middle of next week with some cooler, less humid air by next weekend.